All right, guys, so next up on our demolition for the day, we finished taking out all the bus seats. We punched out all of the
leftover bolts.
Yep, from grinding them off. Next, we're gonna start top to bottom, I think.
Yeah.
So we're gonna take out the roof, and then we're gonna move down, take out the
some walls, and then rip out the floor.
Yeah. So. We are heading out this morning to do more demo. Somebody came this morning and got all of the bus seats, which was nice because now that's gone. We don't have to worry about it. They're just gonna scrap it, but it just cleared up.
Out of our way.
Yeah, cleared up so much more room. So yeah, we're gonna rip out the ceiling today, the walls, the floor. We're gonna see what we can get done while Presley naps and then go from there. I look so tired. So it's gone, completely cleared out, which is so nice because there's nothing worse than a cluttered workspace. All right, what are we doing today?
We're gonna tear down the roof.
Okay.
We went through yesterday and took out all the screws up top, and now we're gonna take out these lower ones, and hopefully the roof will slide right out.
Okay, we took the panels off yesterday, so we'll see. What do you want me to do?
I don't know. Make sure it doesn't fall on my head, I guess.
So
run screws into like the back, the back roof of those ones. It only has so much that it can move.
yeah. There. All right, baby, watch out, okay? Okay. Want me to try to. I think you need a little bit. You got it? Baby, you gotta get out, okay? Do you want me to help you carry it or you got it? Because it's so. What are your thoughts?
Those are heavier than they look.
Okay, so what's our game plan then? Just one section at a time,
I
probably?
think so, yeah.
Okay.
Let's run through and put these screws back in the back side of them.
Just to hold it up?
Yeah, that way we can just pull them out as we get to the next one.
Okay. Okay, let's do it.
We're down to the last two panels, and we've kind of realized that the easiest way to get them out is to secure the panel behind the one you're taking out. That way the rest of the ceiling doesn't try to drop out with it. It goes pretty easily. They're heavy. a lot of prying and bending. You want to work one side out of the channel that the windows are holding on, right here. And then you can kind of free up the whole panel as a one piece.
Going to judge me for it, but this is silicone, so in order to be able to get this guy off, I'm just gonna get this off.
What's working on over here?
So we're just gonna get the silicone off with this so that we can get this piece off.
With the screwdriver?
Yeah.
You don't want a razor blade?
I mean, it's working.
Yeah.
Yeah, look. So now we're just going to rip out the insulation. Yeah, we're going to rip out the insulation. So here we go.
Allison was out here taking out all the screws that are in the wall panels. She got almost all of them out except for a couple of them stripped out. So I'm gonna go ahead and take the angle grinder and cut them off, and then we'll try and get the wall panels off. I'm heading out to start on another day of demolition. Allison and Blakely are still doing schoolwork. Presley's sleeping. So I'm gonna start cutting walls apart and see what I can get. So yesterday Allison took out almost every screw out of all the panel walls. And I was kind of messing with them, trying to figure out how they were gonna come off. And I was hoping that they would just pop out. But after messing with them and prying at them a little bit, we found that the wall panels are tucked up underneath the windows and they're glued into place. So I'm gonna take a cutoff wheel and the grinder and just cut along the edge as good as I can for now until we pull the windows out. So I'm gonna throw some headphones in and get to cutting. So it only took 2 or 3 minutes to cut this first panel out. I'm gonna set up a time lapse while I cut out the rest of them, and I'll start taking insulation out. Also, don't be like me, wear proper eye protection. So I'm gonna see what I can get accomplished here now that Presley's down for a nap and Blakely and Allison are still doing a little bit of schoolwork. So I'm gonna start on the floor heaters today and see if I can't get those ripped out, and then we'll hopefully move to the floor. So there's screws that hold the covers on. I'm gonna use the impact, see if I can't get them out, and if I have to, I'll just cut them off. So I got a little bit carried away, got hit record. A pry bar and a hammer popped what screws were in these panels out. So I'm gonna keep moving, put it on time lapse, and see if I can get the rest out. Now that I got that threshold out of the way and the rest of these covers out, I'm gonna go ahead and get the heating units out, get them disconnected, and then get the lines torn apart and get drained. So off camera, I went through and disconnected each of the heater units and then tested the wiring with the existing switches. Each switch has a high and a low. So I went through and used a voltmeter and a test light to figure out what side of the switch controlled what. That way we can reuse this existing wiring and switches to run maybe some lights outside, driving lights, something. That way I don't have to go through the hassle of putting all new circuitry in and then running new switches and wiring. So we're gonna move on. I'm gonna pull off these crusty old coolant lines and start draining the system. I cut a section of hose off and then use some clamps with these PEX fittings just as a temporary fix until I get the aluminum loop that comes in. That way we can kind of cut these a little bit long, put this in place to have a complete system for now.
So Adam finished getting all of the heaters out and the coolant lines. He's got those capped off. We are at the final stages of interior demo. We just have the floor left and these back panels. So we're gonna clean up the floor real quick and get those floors ripped out next.